Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Pod. My name's Erica.
And I'm Marco.
So, Marco, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, and I'm really looking forward to our lesson because we're going to the eye doctor today.
Okay, so we've got an elementary lesson about going to the eye doctor.
Yes.
Well, let's get started then with our vocabulary preview.
Vocabulary preview.
We have 3 words today in our vocabulary preview. All 3 words come from our dialogue. Our first word is struggle.
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 So, Marco, when I struggle to do something, what does that mean?
It means it's difficult. It means that you have a hard time, so you can't really do it very quickly.
So you have to try really hard.
You have to try really hard.
Yeah, to do something that's difficult.
Yes.
Okay, our next word is
blurry.
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 Blurry. B-L-U-R-R-Y.
Blurry. Whenever something is blurry, you can't really see it well.
It's not clear.
Right.
That's right. Everything will be blurry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and our final word is
prescription.
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 Often when you go to the doctor and you need some medicine, he writes out a prescription.
Right. A little paper that says all the medicine that you need, and then you can go to the drugstore and buy it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so those 3 words you'll hear in today's dialogue, and I think it's time we listen to the dialogue.
Hello, Arthur. What seems to be the problem?
Hey, Doc. Well, I think I might need glasses. I'm getting headaches, and I really struggle to see things that are far away. But I've always had 20/20 vision.
Sounds like you might be farsighted. Okay, then, cover your left eye and read the chart in front of you.
X, E, R, 3, question mark, and I can't quite make out the other symbol, but I think it's the peace sign.
Wow, Arthur, you're as blind as a bat.
Yeah, I know. My vision is really blurry at times.
Okay, then. Head over to the other room and pick out some frames while I fill out your prescription.
Thanks, Doc.
Arthur, that's the bathroom.
Well, this guy really has poor vision, hey? Well, actually, you know what? I've walked into the bathroom, the men's bathroom, actually, instead of the women's bathroom, and that's not because I wasn't wearing my glasses.
It's because you weren't paying attention.
That's true.
Okay, let's take a look today at our language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
The first word on our language takeaway for today is 20/20 vision.
20/20 vision.
20/20 vision.
If I have 20/20 vision,
it means that you have perfect vision.
Which I do not have.
No, me neither. So I usually wear glasses as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, people that have 20/20 vision don't need glasses. They can see clearly.
And perfectly.
And perfectly.
Yeah. Next word is far-sighted.
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 So if I'm far-sighted, I can't see very well, right?
So if you're far-sighted, you can see things that are near.
So you can see things that are far away.
Right.
But things that are close are blurry. Okay.
And the opposite would be?
Nearsighted.
And which is?
You can see things that are close well.
But not far.
Yeah. Okay.
Far-sighted and nearsighted.
Okay, so our next word is make out.
Make out.
Make out.
Make out.
Make out. That's kind of a funny little phrase. And let's listen to a few examples of this phrase so we can understand how it's used.
Example 1.
I can't make out what this says. The writing is too small.
Example 2.
If you look carefully, you can almost make out a few of the stars in the sky.
Example 3.
Can you see what's written on the sign there?
No, I can't quite make it out.
Okay, so basically make out is to see clearly.
Exactly.
Make out.
To see.
Okay, and our last word for language takeaway today is blind as a bat.
Blind as a bat.
Blind as a bat.
So this is a really funny sounding expression, one of these weird English idioms.
Yeah, it's a really common expression that just means that you can't see.
Exactly. So it's not like you actually are blind, right?
But you just really can't see very well.
Okay. All right, we saw 4 great words today in our language takeaway. Now I think we can listen to our dialogue another time.
But this time, it's going to be slower so we can pick up all these great words that we just talked about.
Hello, Arthur. What seems to be the problem?
Hey, Doc. Well, I think I might need glasses. I'm getting headaches, and I really struggle to see things that are far away. But I've always had 20/20 vision.
Sounds like you may be farsighted. Okay, then. Cover your left eye and read the chart in front of you.
X, E, R, 3, question mark, and I can't quite make out the other symbol, but I think it's a peace sign.
Wow. Arthur, you're as blind as a bat.
Yeah, I know. My vision is really blurry at times.
Okay, then. Head on over to the other room and pick out some frames while I fill out your prescription.
Thanks, Doc.
Arthur, that's the bathroom.
All right, great stuff on our dialogue. And with this, we can start now with putting it together.
Putting it together.
So we saw a couple useful phrases in this dialogue, and I think we can show you how to use these phrases in a few different ways.
Right. The first one that we have today is what seems to be.
So we heard in the dialogue, the doctor said,
What seems to be the problem?
we can use this same expression in a number of different ways. Let's listen.
Example 1.
What seems to be the problem?
Example 2.
What seems to be the matter?
Example 3.
What seems to be the trouble?
Okay, so with these examples, we can see how we can use the phrase, what seems to be, in many different ways.
Yeah, it's a great way of asking, what's the problem?
So now let's take a look at another phrase.
We heard in the dialogue, the doctor said, head on over to the other room.
Right. And with this phrase, head on, we can combine it with other prepositions to indicate another place.
Exactly. Let's hear 3 examples.
Example 1.
Head on in.
Example 2.
Head on out.
Example 3.
Head on up.
Okay, so for example, we can say, head on into the house, it's gonna rain soon.
Or we can say, hey guys, let's head on out to the park.
Or I can also say, head on up to my room, I'll be there in a second.
Great. Those are some cool phrases.
Right, and they're real useful.
So why don't we listen to our dialogue and maybe we'll hear them again.
Hello, Arthur. What seems to be the problem?
Hey, Doc. Well, I think I might need glasses. I'm getting headaches, and I really struggle to see things that are far away. But I've always had 20/20 vision.
Sounds like you might be farsighted. Okay, then, cover your left eye and read the chart in front of you.
X, E, R, 3, question mark, and I can't quite make out the other symbol, but I think it's the peace sign.
Wow. Arthur, you're as blind as a bat.
Yeah, I know. My vision is really blurry at times.
Okay, then. Head over to the other room and pick out some frames while I fill out your prescription.
Thanks, Doc.
Arthur, that's the bathroom.
Okay, so talking about going to the eye doctor today, I have a question for our listeners.
A challenge for
challenge.
the listeners.
What's it called when you can't distinguish colors?
So like when you can't tell the difference between red and blue and green.
Right. So what is that condition called? So
There's like a technical term. We want the technical term.
we want the technical term. So we'll be looking for it on our comments page, and be sure to, if you know the answer, post it.
Hello, and welcome We're so happy to have you here. In this episode, we're going to talk about something that affects almost everyone at some point, our eyesight. Whether it's trouble reading signs far away, getting headaches from too much screen time, or needing your first pair of glasses, this topic will help you speak about eye care in real, simple English. We'll explore words and phrases you might hear or say when visiting the eye doctor, like blurry vision, struggle to see, 20/20 vision, and prescription. These are not textbook words. They are the exact terms used in daily life, especially in medical situations. Imagine walking into an eye clinic and hearing, "What seems to be the problem?" Or maybe you want to explain, "I'm getting headaches, and I really struggle to see things that are far away." This kind of language is practical, helpful, and used all the time. In this episode, you'll also learn fun expressions like blind as a bat, a common idiom used to describe someone who really can't see well, even if they're not actually blind. These types of phrases make your English more expressive and natural. We'll also help you learn how to talk about your vision, how to describe symptoms, and how to understand the doctor's instructions, like when they say, "Cover your left eye and read the chart," or "Pick out some frames while I write your prescription." This topic is more than just eye health. It's about using English in everyday situations, building confidence, and learning to communicate clearly when it really matters. So, let's begin this clear and focused journey through useful, real-world English, one word at a time. When something isn't quite right with your eyes, it can affect everything: reading, driving, working, or even watching a movie. That's why being able to describe vision problems in clear, simple English is so important. A key phrase from the podcast is, "I struggle to see things far away." The word struggle here means you're having difficulty doing something. You can use it in many different ways. I struggle to read small print. She struggles to focus when she's tired. Another very useful word is blurry. If something looks blurry, it means it isn't clear, it's out of focus. You might say, "The board looks blurry from my seat." "My vision gets blurry at night." These are real sentences you can use when describing your eyesight to a doctor or even to a friend. In the podcast, someone also says, "I've been getting headaches and my eyes feel really tired." These are common symptoms people mention when they visit the eye doctor. If you spend a lot of time on the computer or looking at your phone, you may feel the same. To talk about this, you can say, "My eyes get tired after reading." "I think my vision is getting worse." "I feel a little dizzy when I look at my screen for too long." The goal is to describe how your eyes feel or what you're experiencing. Using simple and direct phrases helps others understand and respond properly, especially in medical settings. Also, it's helpful to know how to say what's happening in your everyday life. "I've been squinting a lot lately." "I can't read signs when I'm driving." Everything looks fine up close, but far away it's hard to see. So, if your vision isn't as sharp as it used to be, don't just say, "I can't see." Use clear, useful expressions like blurry vision, "I struggle to see," or "my eyes get tired." These words will help you explain your situation easily and help others give you the care you need. When you visit an eye doctor, you enter a new space with special tools, tests, and instructions, and all of it usually happens in English, especially if you're in an English-speaking country. In this part, we'll guide you through the most common things you'll hear and how to respond clearly and confidently. One of the first things the doctor might say is, "Cover your left eye and read the letters on the chart." This is part of a standard eye exam, and it helps check your visual strength. You might respond by saying, "They look blurry. I can't read the bottom line. I can only see the large letters." These are simple and honest ways to describe what you're experiencing. The doctor needs this information to understand what's going on with your vision. You'll also hear phrases like, "Do the letters look clearer now, or worse?" This is a question you'll get during a lens test, where the doctor switches between different options to find your best prescription. You might answer, "That's better." "It's a bit sharper." "No, that's worse than before." Being able to say what looks clearer, sharper, or blurry helps your doctor choose the right lenses for you. You might also hear the question, "Do you wear glasses or contact lenses?" And you can reply, "I wear glasses for reading." I've never used contacts before. I had glasses years ago, but I stopped wearing them. This kind of language is easy to use and helps your doctor understand your history. Some doctors will also ask, "Are you having any other symptoms?" It's helpful to mention things like, "My eyes feel dry in the evening. I sometimes see spots or light flashes. I get headaches after reading." These are all real, helpful ways to describe your condition. Visiting the eye doctor doesn't have to be stressful. With the right English, you'll understand what's being asked, and you'll be able to respond clearly, honestly, and naturally. That's how real communication works, even in medical situations. After your eye exam, the doctor usually shares the results and explains whether you need glasses, a new prescription, or perhaps just some rest for your eyes. This is the time when a few key English words and phrases become especially useful. The most important word is prescription. In the context of eye care, it refers to the numbers and lens type you need for your glasses or contacts. The doctor might say, "I'm going to write you a new prescription." Or, "Your prescription has changed a little since last year." If this is your first time needing glasses, you might hear, "You need glasses for distance." Or, "You're slightly nearsighted." The term nearsighted means you can see things clearly when they're close, but not when they're far. The opposite is farsighted, where you can see distant objects, but reading or close-up work is difficult. The doctor may also mention, "You don't have 20/20 vision." This phrase means perfect vision. It doesn't mean your sight is bad. It just means it isn't perfect. You can respond by saying, "So, I'll need to wear glasses for driving? Will I need to wear them all the time? Is it serious?" You might also hear about eye strain, especially if you use screens a lot. The doctor may say, "Your eyes look healthy, but you're experiencing digital eye strain." And you could respond, "That makes sense. I work on a computer all day. I do notice my eyes feel tired after reading." Knowing how to ask the right questions can also help. You can say, "What does my prescription mean? Do I need glasses for everything or just reading? Is this something that might get worse?" Learning how to talk about your prescription and vision results helps you understand your own eye health and shows that you can communicate confidently in English, even during personal health discussions. With simple words like prescription, nearsighted, 20/20, and eye strain, you're already speaking real, useful English that matters. Once you have your prescription, the next step is often the most fun, choosing your glasses. But even in this moment, English is still a part of the experience. Now, you'll learn how to talk about frames, fit, and style in clear, everyday English. When you walk into an optical shop, someone might say, "Feel free to try on some frames." The word frames refers to the part of the glasses that holds the lenses. You can try on different shapes and colors and use simple sentences to describe what you like or don't like. "These feel too tight on my nose." "I like how these look." "Do you have the style in black?" A helpful phrase is, "I'm looking for something lightweight." This means you want glasses that don't feel heavy. You can also say, "I want something simple. Nothing too flashy." These feel comfortable. You might be asked, "Do you want single vision or progressive lenses?" If you're not sure, it's okay to say, "I'm not sure. What's the difference? This is my first time getting glasses." When it comes to comfort, phrases like, "These keep sliding down my nose," or "The arms are too tight on the sides," are great for explaining how the glasses feel. If you're getting glasses for reading only, you might say, "I just need them for close-up work. I'll only wear them when I'm on the computer." The staff may also say, "We'll have them ready in a few days." And it's nice to respond with, "Great, thank you so much." Or, "I'm looking forward to picking them up." Talking about glasses isn't just about vision. It's also about comfort and personality. And when you can use English to express how you want to look and feel, you're not just choosing eyewear. You're building real-life communication skills that work outside the clinic too. While some people choose glasses, others prefer contact lenses, small, soft lenses that go directly on the eyes. If you wear contacts or want to try them, it's helpful to know how to talk about them in English, from putting them in, to cleaning them, to asking for advice. In a clinic or optical shop, Someone might ask, "Are you interested in contact lenses?" You can respond naturally with, "Yes, I'd like to try them. I've never used contacts before. I usually wear glasses, but I'm thinking about switching." When learning how to use contact lenses, you'll hear phrases like, "Make sure your hands are clean before handling your lenses,"
or
"Don't sleep in your contacts unless they're approved for overnight use." You might also talk about comfort. "My eyes feel dry after a few hours. Sometimes they get blurry. They're hard to take out." These are common experiences, and describing them clearly helps your doctor or eye specialist give the right advice. When you pick up contact lenses, the staff may ask, "Do you want daily or monthly lenses?" And you can reply with, "Daily is easier for me. I already use monthly ones." Another important part of eye care is using the right solution to clean and store your lenses. You might say, "Can you recommend a good lens solution? I'm allergic to some cleaning products." Even if you don't wear contacts, it's helpful to learn these phrases because you might hear others talking about them, or you may want to try them one day. This part of the topic also reminds us that eye care is a routine. You can say, "I try to rest my eyes every hour. I follow the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. I use eye drops when my eyes feel dry." Talking about these small daily habits helps you explain your lifestyle in English and shows you care about your health. Whether you wear glasses, contacts, or neither, knowing how to talk about your eyes and your routine makes your English stronger, more practical, and more personal. Not every visit to the eye doctor is just about glasses. Sometimes people go because something feels wrong, maybe a sudden change in vision, irritation, or pain. In this part, we'll look at how to talk about eye problems clearly and naturally in English. A very common symptom is dry eyes. You can say, "My eyes feel dry and itchy. They burn a little, especially in the evening. I think I might need eye drops." Another issue is redness or irritation. If your eyes are red, swollen, or painful, try saying, "One of my eyes is really red. It hurts when I blink. I think something might be stuck in my eye." Sometimes people experience light sensitivity. This means bright light feels uncomfortable. You might say, "My eyes are sensitive to light. I squint a lot in the sun. Bright lights give me headaches." If your vision changes suddenly, use simple but clear language. "My vision got blurry overnight. I'm seeing black spots or flashes of light. There's a shadow in one part of my eye." These are serious symptoms, and being able to describe them helps doctors respond quickly. You may hear questions like, "Is it in both eyes or just one? When did this start? Have you had this problem before?" It's helpful to answer calmly. "It started yesterday afternoon. Only my left eye is affected. This is the first time it's happened." If your doctor mentions terms like conjunctivitis, pink eye, infection, or inflammation, don't worry. You can simply ask, "Is it something serious? Can I treat it with drops? Do I need to stay home?" Knowing how to talk about these problems, even small ones, gives you confidence and control. Whether it's a red eye, blurry vision, or pain, you'll be able to explain exactly what's wrong. That's how good English helps keep you healthy and understood. After your exam or checkup, the doctor usually gives advice, and understanding it in English is a big step toward both better health and stronger communication. In this part of the topic, we focus on how to understand instructions, talk about habits, and respond naturally to advice. You might hear your doctor say, "Try to rest your eyes every 20 minutes. This is part of the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. You can respond with, "That sounds helpful. I'll try that. I work on the computer a lot, so I'll need to be careful." If your doctor gives you prescription eye drops, they may say, "Use these twice a day, morning and night."
or
"Avoid touching your eyes while they heal." You can answer with, "Should I use them before or after meals? Is it okay to wear contacts while using the drops? Do I need to come back for a follow-up?" Your doctor may also suggest lifestyle changes, like limit your screen time in the evening, wear sunglasses when you're outdoors, get regular checkups every year. These are real-world health tips, and they're often shared in polite but direct English. You can reply with, "Thanks, I didn't know that." I'll try to make that a habit. Do you have a leaflet I can read later? Talking about your own I care habits is useful too. You can say, "I take short breaks when I work at my desk." "I wear blue light glasses when I'm on my laptop." "I try not to rub my eyes, but it's hard." These responses show not only that you understand, but that you're involved in your health, and that's an important part of using English with confidence. So, whether your doctor tells you to use drops, change your glasses, or adjust your daily routine, now you have the words to ask questions, show understanding, and take action. That's how real English helps you live a healthier life, one clear sentence at a time. As we finish this topic, let's take a moment to reflect on just how useful this kind of English really is. Talking about eye problems, visits to the doctor, prescriptions, and daily habits might seem like small things, but they are real, everyday parts of life. And when you can talk about them clearly in English, you build not just fluency, but confidence. In this episode, you've learned how to describe vision issues like blurry eyesight, eye strain, and light sensitivity. You've practiced phrases like, "I struggle to see things far away." "My eyes feel dry after work." "I need to get my prescription checked." You've also heard real-world language from inside the clinic, when doctors say things like cover your left eye, pick out a pair of frames, or use these drops twice a day. And you now know how to answer with confidence. These glasses feel comfortable. Do I need to wear them all the time? What does my prescription mean? But most of all, you've learned how to be part of the conversation, how to ask for help, explain your symptoms, and follow instructions in simple, polite English. That's what real fluency looks like. Not just perfect grammar, but useful language that works in real life. Eye care is something we all experience. Whether you wear glasses, contact lenses, or just want to protect your vision, knowing how to speak about your eyes in English gives you power, clarity, and peace of mind.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. Appears or is. Seem to be. Try very hard. Struggle. Perfect eyesight. 20/20 vision. See. Make out. See far away things more clearly than things nearby. Far-sighted. Have really poor vision. As blind as a bat. Ability to see things. Vision. Not clear. Blurry. Choose. Pick out. A message written by a doctor that tells people what medicine to take. Prescription. Let's try that faster. See far away things more clearly than things nearby. Far-sighted. Perfect eyesight. 20/20 vision. Try very hard. Struggle. Have really poor vision. As blind as a bat. See far away things more clearly than things nearby. Far-sighted. Have really poor vision. As blind as a bat. Appears or is. Seem to be. Choose. Pick out. Not clear. Blurry. See far away things more clearly than things nearby. Far-sighted. Choose. Pick out. See. Make out. Perfect eyesight. 20/20 vision. Not clear. Blurry. Appears or is. Seem to be. Have really poor vision. As blind as a bat. Perfect eyesight. 20/20 vision. See. Make out. Now say the word and hear it in a sentence. Seem to be. Trevor seems to be getting sick. He has a fever. Struggle. She was struggling to find a new job. Make out. I can't make out what this says. The writing is too small. Prescription. Here's your prescription. Make sure you take the right amount of pills every day. Struggle. She was struggling to find a new job. Make out. I can't make out what this says. The writing is too small.